Hello, everybody, Dishonor here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the after campaign featuring the modern day 4 mod. In the last episode, we went to war with the Democratic Republic of Congo and were able to defeat them. And that knocked the world tension level up by quite a bit, which means that a bunch of other countries have decided to join factions. So that is going to complicate matters as we continue to expand. So we'll have to just kind of keep an eye on it. Confederate Middle Eastern nations. We may actually be able to deal with them. I'm not sure how many troops Turkey has. Not too many. So, but we don't really have a lot of access to them. So that would be the issue there. We'd have to go through Sudan, and then we'd probably have to take out Egypt, and then get access to the Mediterranean to deal with them. But, you know, we'll think about that. We're probably not going to worry about poking any of the factions for a while. We'll just absorb what we can without getting involved in a larger war. So, as we continue to build up our military strength. So for now, we are probably ready to go ahead and finally get to war with Nigeria. We have a large enough army. We have 73 divisions. We should be able to take them on. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to justify a war goal against Nigeria. It's only going to take 55 days. So that is good. They don't like us, obviously. So go ahead and start that up. And we'll see what this does to world tension. Alright, let's go ahead and unpause it. Let's let this thing rain. Oh, actually, let's keep it paused for just a second. Because I want to set up my battle plans. So we're going to do a naval invasion. And I'm thinking we're going to come in to there. That province right there. It's not a port, but we can use our transport planes to provide supply. We need to move the planes. Actually, do I have more transport planes? Alright. We're also going to want to do an airdrop. And I don't think we want to go into any of the actual victory points. Now, is that victory point here? Let's see. Let's drop them there. And then we'll tell them to kind of spread out along the northern half of the country. For the Marines, we're going to tell them to attack north, obviously. For the infantry, we're going to tell them to attack like this. The armor, attack through there. And the motorized infantry, such as it is, also join in. So everybody can start beginning to build their battle plans. And while time moves, we can go ahead and get our planes. So I think we're probably going to need the transports in the northern half of the country first, because that's where our paratroopers are going to drop. Actually, I was thinking, do I have any more transport planes? I do, in fact, have lots of transport planes. Okay, let's actually bump this up to 100. Give us lots of supply. Actually, no. Hold on. You stay at 50. This transport group bump up to 100, because they're the ones that actually do the paradrops. And for here, we're going to bump you up to 50. Say okay. Tell you to do air supply. Drop there. Alright. So we have the attack helicopter wings. They're currently assigned to armies. We don't need them assigned to armies anymore. We need them... on the front. Let's have you go here. Put you over there. I'll have you come over here. Go over there. Alright, they're transferring. There we are. Alright, so these attack helicopters take up here, get over there. That airfield can't support any planes. Alright, so you guys can come over here. Start there. The close air support that we're using for strategic bombing at the moment can hang out here. And we'll have you strategic bomb over the southern part of the country. We're going to actually need some real strategic bombers at some point. For air superiority fighters, we're going to send the Black Panthers to... this airfield. Put them over the southern part of the country. Let's see, you guys can head there, go to that part of the country. And then these 35 guys that just kicking around, you can park yourselves over here, get over the southern part of the country. That ought to do it, I think. Ugandan election, Yoweri Museveni re-elected. Okay. Someone was asking about Argentina. Oh! What happened to Argentina? Crux Federation. Well, that's interesting. We may have to do something about that at some point. Alright, Nigerian election. Muhammadu Yusufu re-elected. Alright. Comorian election. Azali Asumani re-elected. Alright. Alright, are we close to getting any new divisions trained? Not really. Probably not in time. Oh, and one thing I did do is we do have new focuses to get more research slots because we absorbed a lot of factories. So, let's see, we have 118 factories, so we won't be able to get this one, but we can get this one. We have a lot of civilian factories now, so we got a lot of lines running. Let's see, when is the justification going to be done? The 25th of April. Okay, so just a month away. The independence of Nigeria is guaranteed by the United Kingdom. Well, that's not good. That means war with the United States. The UK by itself it would be tough, but we could probably do it. I mean, they have a large navy and a large air force, so they would be a problem there. But in terms of actual ground divisions, not too bad. Well. And the United States is, well, 150 to 180 divisions. 300 to 11 to 353 ships. Over 13,000 aircraft. Yeah. We aren't ready for that. So... yeah, it's because that world tension. I'm guessing that they're going to guarantee pretty much anybody we try to justify against. Because that's just what they do. Let me just see. I can throw around a little bit of political power here. Let's just justify against Niger there. And let's see if they get guaranteed. It's being guaranteed by Spain. Guaranteed by Greece. Well, Spain and Greece are not in any factions. But these guys are not really worth my time. At least not at the moment. The question becomes, do I think I could hold out against the US? Their fleet's a problem. Their fleet would wreck me. They have aircraft carriers. I don't. Most of my ships are outdated models. Congolese election. Alright, is there any other options we can go for? What we need is we need petroleum. And do we have any alternatives? Sudan means war with Turkey. Again, I said we could probably do that. We'd have to run through Sudan. We would have to run through Egypt. Libya's not an option at the moment. Independence is guaranteed. Independence is guaranteed by Turkey and Syria. Independence is guaranteed by Qatar. They are not in any faction at the moment. They would probably join the Confederate Middle Eastern nations, but I'm not worried about them, really. They have 4 divisions, 20 planes. Was not quite expecting this. I wasn't expecting world tension to go that high after taking out Congo. I also need steel. Turkey has some. Not a lot. I can make Turkey and Syria puppets. Their navy? A lot of ships. I have no land route. I have a lot of planes. I'd either have to go through Israel, which is guaranteed by the United States. Jordan. Nobody's guaranteeing there, but they are Western Outlook. The minute we start justifying against them, they're going to be guaranteed. The thing is, I'm not sure I can beat Turkey's navy. It all depends on what kind of ships those are. If those are a lot of corvettes, we can deal with that. If they're actual, like, cruisers, I know they don't have any aircraft carriers. I think we need to make a change of plans. I mean, I could... Spain? Spain... $16 to 18 ships, 20 divisions. It's their air force that would become a problem. Or I continue to push through here. Tanzania has some oil, but not a lot. Mozambique has some oil, but not a lot. Ethiopia has some oil, but not a lot. South Sudan has a little bit. Independence of Iraq is guaranteed by Iran. Interesting. China. Interesting. And the United States. Very interesting. India is guaranteeing the independence of Afghanistan and Bhutan. And oh, India is part of the Confederate Middle East nations. Okay, that changes the math a little bit. They have an actual army, they have a navy, they have a lot of planes. All right. There may be another way to do this. Any civil war we start will involve war. The rebels will be at war with the United States and Great Britain. So they get wiped out. We were never able to push nationalist outlook high enough to get elected because they're generating so much Western outlook. And there are no nationalist factions out there. Everything is emerging. Emerging. Non-aligned. Yeah, requires that they have non-aligned outlook. So we can't join any factions. Gun has generated too much world tension. I may have to cancel the justification for the time being, while I try to figure this out. Nigerian election. Chibe Bear Dorego re-elected? Is that? Yeah, Western outlook. Next election is in 4 years. Free military. I think we're going to build some planes. You know, we're kind of stuck. We are kind of stuck for basically just absorbing a bunch of nations that really don't help us much. Is the only thing we can really do without getting into a larger war, right? I mean, these guys, aside from a little extra manpower, are not really going to be worth anything. Alright, justification's done. We got to make a decision. I have 73 divisions. I have fairly good ground equipment. I could repel most attempts at a naval invasion. My aircraft are not good. My ships are not good. So I could not defend my coastline. They would just send one fleet over and wipe me out. Let me think about this a second. Alright, I made my decision. No guts, no glory, we're going for it. If we get wiped out, I have created a save. At this point, we can roll back to and try a different path. So, let's see how it goes. Potential enemies. Do it. There's always a possibility that they won't actually call in. Well, the United States. We'll see. Everybody. Actually, do I want you to go yet? No, I actually want the ground forces to engage first along these fronts. And then once their fronts are engaged, then I'll hit them with the naval invasion, assuming I can actually maintain any superiority over here, and hit it with the air. Oh, there they are. Alright, before anybody gets in here, let's patrol. Tell you to go before anything gets too crazy. There are now 200 active enemy fighters over my territory. Oh, that doesn't really help them at all. Yep, they joined the faction. Alright, Chadian election. Idris Deby, re-elected. And yeah, we're now down petroleum and steel because we're no longer getting them from the US. We'll have to get them from somebody else. Alright. Paratroopers are on the ground. Alright, major economic power research. Alright, Marines are on the ground. I'm engaging the Nigerian Navy. Alright, what do we need? It's not 2035 yet, but we have a 75% reduction in a head penalty. Time to research. You know what? Let's just knock it out. Looks like it's mostly corvettes and some frigates. Oh, we've already sunk a bunch of their ships. Alright, one of our frigates is damaged and disengaging. Just want to get this done before the American fleet shows up. Alright. We sunk 2 frigates and 2 corvettes. Alright. Get the fleet back to port. Right now, we don't have any naval invasion alerts. So far, there's no real amounts of enemy aircraft up and running. Things are going fairly well. Now, how we're going to deal with Great Britain and the US, I have no idea. We may just have to keep trying to absorb Africa. And maybe push north. Trying to get some coastline here. So that we can then launch invasions into the UK and the US. That may be our only real option. Alright, let's grab that huge economic power. Bingo. We now have a lot more factories because we're overrunning them in Nigeria. And if we do manage to win this, we'll make the UK and the United States puppet states. And then we'll be unstoppable. But that's a very optimistic thought at this point. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit because the game can't handle it at full speed. It's still having trouble. I don't know why I'm having so much performance issues right now. I don't know if like the entire American army is mobilizing or something, but that's really not that many divisions, really. It's only like not even 200. Looks like they have some guys in here from... I don't know where. Uganda? Uganda has volunteers? But fortunately, right now, there's no American troops. We're marching into their one remaining port. Lagos has been taken. We've inflicted 28,000 losses. We've only taken 1.16. I think we can defend our coast and prevent any naval invasions. And I seriously doubt they're going to be able to launch any kind of paradrop operations. Alright, we got some more Marines. Alright, and we got what else? More paratroopers. And what is our capitulation at? 79%. So we need to take a few more... victory points, like this one here. I don't know why all 6 of these divisions are in this fight. Slow it down even further. That help? No. This is just something chugging me down. I don't know what it is. Alright, free military factories. Let's get some helicopters building. Crux Federation has sent some volunteers. We're not at war with them, are we? No. Yeah, they have volunteers. Somalia has joined Peninsula Shield. Alright, well, what I'm probably going to have to do is end the episode here. We are well on our way to forcing Nigeria to capitulate. We're at 89%. There are 90 American ships. And the Royal Navy Surface Fleet. There they are. They're probably going to sink that and destroy that division. Nothing I can do about that. We have naval invasions incoming. Why do I have 2 battle cruisers out here? With no commander. The Harry S. Truman. The USS San Diego. USS Vela Gulf in Monterey. USS Montpelier, USS Minnesota, USS New Hampshire. USS Cole, USS Carl M11. A couple of just random guided missile frigates. USS Garland. Montrose, Westminster, Richmond, Sutherland. Oh, they're just convoys. For whatever reason, it's using this silhouette. And yeah, there it goes. Alright, well, yeah, as I said, we're going to end the episode here. And we're going to see what happens. If we lose horribly, we'll just go back to the save where I saved it, right before we went to this war, and we'll try something else. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.